Hello and welcome to House News. Hundreds of parliamentarians from all over the world convene in Bahrain for 146th IPU Assembly. 10 people were killed and more than 20 others wounded in a riot in Wamena town in the Jayawijaya district of Papua. Israel's participation at Under-20 World Cup has stirred up controversy in Indonesia, which has positioned itself as a defender of Palestinians for decades. The plan to import used trains from Japan has been met with resistance because of the local content requirement. Finance Minister gave clarification related to suspicious financial transaction reports at the Finance Ministry worth more than 300 trillion. The House Through Commission 2 is currently working on the 8 provincial bills to precede the Parliament's plenary session. Indonesian communities in various regions have unique traditions to welcome the fasting month of Ramadan. With diverse cultural and culinary heritage, Indonesia is known for its delicious and unique traditional drinks and snacks, especially during Ramadan. The Muslim festival of Eid al-Fitr is celebrated worldwide. It marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. BKSAP of the House encourages the world parliaments to play an active role to resolve conflicts between countries which have yet to find peaceful resolutions.
At the 146th IPU Assembly in Manama, Bahrain, Vice Chairperson of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation or BKSAP of the House, Ahmad Hafiz Thohir regrets the absence of peace regarding the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Previously, during the 144th IPU Assembly in Bali, a task force was created to initiate dialogue between the two countries to promote a peaceful solution for both countries.
Meskipun task force sudah kita bentuk dari hasil IPU 145 di Bali dan dilanjutkan dengan IPU di Kigali. Nah, di IPU 146 ini kita melihat begitu banyak yang dibahas, namun kami belum melihat solusi untuk mengatasi dari sisi perdamaian kedua belah negara tersebut.
Meanwhile, Vice Chairperson of BKSAP of the House, Mardani Alisera, mentioned every country should focus on finding solutions and achieving peace in several conflicted countries such as Ukraine and Russia, as well as Palestine and Israel.
Jadi kemarin Israel sama Palestina masih saling tuduh, masih saling lempar fakta data, tapi kita sepakat ke depan kita harus lebih fokus ke solusi apa yang bisa kita dapatkan.
From Manama, Bahrain, Vinita, TVR Parlemen reports.
The House underlined the necessity to continue to explore and implement a range of approaches, especially comprehensive regional mapping, as potential tool for addressing the conflict in Papua.
Member of Commission 1 of the House, Yan Permenas Mandena, states regional mapping enables the government, including the Indonesian military and the national police, to take accurate steps based on the potential conflict, vulnerability, and local community characteristics. Furthermore, Yan Permenas highlights the number of security personnel assigned to Papua with high potential for conflict is still insufficient and not proportional.
TNI dan Polri untuk tidak segan-segan menindak yang namanya pelaku kejahatan dengan menggunakan senjata. Karena senjata tidak bisa diajak negosiasi. Kecuali mereka mau bernegosiasi, baru kita negosiasi. Jadi kita minta untuk penanganan konflik di Papua itu harus dibedakan, harus dipetakan. Mana wilayah yang bisa dilakukan pendekatan teritorial, tapi mana yang juga harus dilakukan dengan wilayah operasi. Itu karena kalau semua wilayah diperlakukan sama, pasti banyak aparat kita korban, masyarakat juga korban. Itu karena yang namanya KKB berontak dengan menggunakan senjata, mereka tidak akan pernah itu pandang bulu. Itu mereka mau saja melakukan gangguan keamanan dan menarik perhatian banyak pihak. Nah, sehingga kita minta untuk aparat TNI juga diperkuat dengan kebijakan Panglima.
Additionally, Yan Permenas requests the government to utilize the military placed in Papua with appropriate and more modern weaponry. Yan Permenas also instructs the military to take firm action against armed criminal groups in Papua. From Papua, Yoga, TVR Parlemen reports.
Member of Commission 3 of the House, Nasir Jamil, called for a ban on the Israeli team playing in the Under-20 World Cup, which was supposed to take place in Bali in the upcoming May.
Member of Commission 3 of the House Nasir Jamil stated the rejection to Israel's participation is due to Israel's repeated violations against Palestinian rights. As the commitment of the Indonesians who oppose all types of colonialism in accordance with the principle of humanity and justice, stated in the 1945 Constitution. Nasir requested the acting Minister of Youth and Sport and the Football Association of Indonesia to send a letter to the President to reject the arrival of the under-20 Israel national team.
Salah satu tim yang akan bertanding itu adalah Israel. Dan ini bukan soal keagamaan, ini soal penjajahan dan kemanusiaan. Sampai hari ini, pemerintah Indonesia belum mengakui ekstensi negara Israel. Dan dalam pembukaan dasar, konstitusi kita jelas bahwa kita tidak bisa pernah menerima penjajahan. Karena penjajahan itu harus dihapuskan di muka bumi ini. Kalau kemudian fraksi PKS menyampaikan soal penolakan tim usia atau kejuaraan dunia usia 20 di mana tim Israel akan datang, itu karena kami ingin pemerintah komitmen dengan konstitusi.
Indonesia could lose the chance to host a global youth soccer tournament and the chance to qualify for the 2026 World Cup after refusing to welcome a team from Israel. The draw for the Under-20 FIFA World Cup, scheduled to take place in Bali at the end of March, has been postponed. Panji and Sanjaya, TVR Parlemen, report.
Stay with us on House News, only on TVR Parlemen. In order to maintain the development of public transportation, member of Commission 6 of the House encourages national train production to be more productive in supporting public dependency on commuter line.
In a public hearing meeting with Indonesian Railways Company or PT KAI, Commuter Line Operator or KCI, and Indonesian Railway Manufacturer Company or PT INCA recently, member of Commission 6 of the House Andre Rosiade asked the government to stop the train imports immediately. Andre demands the government to prioritize the national production to PT INCA. As a matter of fact, PT INCA has claimed never received any order from PT KCI. PT INCA has claimed never received any order from PT KCI. Additionally, Andre mentions if only PT KCI ordered PT INCA in January 2021, the needs of train this year can be fulfilled. Andre regrets false information in social media regarding PT INCA, which has existed since 2020.
Barangnya jelek udah terbantahkan, ya. Jadi dan mereka bisa produksi dari Januari 2021. Kalau Bapak pesan dari Januari 2021, pertengahan 2022 sudah selesai. Itu juga terbantahkan. Lalu kualitas jelek juga sudah terbantahkan. Jadi kalau ordernya dikasih Januari 2021, ya, INCA sudah bisa kirim KRL ke KCI pertengahan 2022. INCA sama aja. Ya, INCA sama aja. Ya, ini yang ingin saya sampaikan. Jadi jangan sampai kami di DPR mengkritisi KCI dengan cara impor bekas ini, kami dibangun narasi seakan-akan kami menzolimi pelanggan kereta komuter.
Furthermore, Andre highlights the commuter line in Greater Jakarta area has no appropriate planning and emphasizes renewing the old units is more economical, rather than procuring the new trains. Helmi and Edo, TVR Parlemen report.
At the hearing meeting with the Ministry of Finance, Commission 11 of the House has asked the government to evaluate the bureaucratic reform system, as the ministry's officials suspected of money laundering and tax evasion.
The Minister of Finance, Sri Mulyani, was summoned to a meeting with Commission 11 of the House to give her clarifications over suspicion of money laundering surrounding the Finance Ministry, potentially worth 349 trillion rupiah. Member of Commission 11 of the House, Gus Irawan Pasaribu, considered a proposal to split tax officers away from the Finance Minister in order to carry out institutional reform. Gus Irawan hopes the separation can prevent similar things to happen in the future.
Mungkin satu hal yang perlu mungkin untuk kita diskusikan ulang, relevan untuk kita. Karena kelihatannya sistem yang sudah dibangun bagus, tapi ternyata masih banyak sekali kejadian-kejadian yang kemudian yang akhir-akhir ini bagi saya sih ini mengkhawatirkan. Ini bola liar. Ya, sampai ada orang berkampanye untuk tidak bayar pajak, ini kan luar biasa gitu.
In addition, member of Commission 11 of the House, Ahmad Najib, questioned the information gap of the Financial Transaction Reports and Analysis Center, or PPATK, and other institutions. Ahmad Najib asked PPATK to elaborate the stages of report which are considered unprocedural. Ahmad Najib hoped the Financial Minister can restore the public trust.
Dorongan dari kami sejauh mana upaya kita untuk mengembalikan kepercayaan publik. Karena sekarang ini kan dibuat seolah-olah publik sudah tidak percaya. Bukan saja terhadap Kemenke, Bu, tapi kepada seluruh pejabat publik, Bu. Saya berani katakan ini, saya punya datanya ini. Semua yang berkaitan dengan pejabat publik di negara Republik ini, Bu, sudah tidak dipercaya kalau netizen.
Andre, TVR Parlemen reports.
Indonesian legislators in the Commission 2 are preparing the draft bill of 8 provinces to immediately be finalized to proceed to the second reading in the next plenary session.
Commission 2 of the House held a hearing meeting with Governor of Bali, Vice Governor of Central Kalimantan, Regional Secretary of North Sumatra, East Java, and Maluku. The meeting is intended to absorb input from the heads of regional regarding the draft bill of 8 provinces. Ahmad Doli Kurnia Tanjung appreciates the regional head for the concrete recommendation in the discussion of the draft bill. The working committee of the House is committed to immediately conclude the bill.
Secara substansi mereka ingin lebih jelas mendeskripsikan tentang karakteristik atau kekhasan dari daerah mereka. Misalnya tadi Kalimantan Tengah mengusulkan Letterlek sebagai daerah pertanian gitu. Terus kemudian juga mereka menyampaikan masalah soal tapal batas ya dengan provinsi yang tetangga atau dengan antar kabupaten.
Furthermore, Ahmad Doli points out the legal basis of provinces should be revisited as the basis of some provinces is outdated. Ahmad Doli hopes the hearing meeting could elaborate the historical value of each region. The Regional Secretary of Maluku Province commends the Commission 2 of the House for catering the region's aspiration while drafting the 8 provincial bills.
Sehingga apa yang menjadi harapan kami yang kita tuangkan dalam berbagai saran dalam konsideran dalam draft ini mudah-mudahan dapat diakomodir.
Halim and Yoga, TVR Parlemen report.
After the break, we have a glimpse to the Ramadan tradition in Indonesia. Stay with us, only on House News. Welcoming the holy month of Ramadan, Muslims from all corners of Indonesia practice certain rituals with tradition passed down from generation to generation. Here are some unique traditions in Indonesia to welcome Ramadan.
The diversity of tradition and cultures to welcome the holy month of Ramadan have been passed down through generation, becoming a unique festival, bringing happiness to the participants. Quoted from Kompas, Padusan is a tradition of welcoming Ramadan carried out by Javanese people in Surakarta and Yogyakarta. The tradition symbolizes an act of cleansing the body, mind and spirit before entering the holy month. The tradition is always observed one day before Ramadan. People go to springs, rivers, beaches, or swimming pools to clean themselves. People in Kendal also have a unique tradition called Tukuder and Telur Mimi. Tukuder means buying food before Ramadan. In addition to Tukuder, there is also a tradition of eating Telur Mimi. Mimi is a sea creature similar to a stingray. Local people believe Mimi fish eggs are commonly eaten by spreaders of the Islamic religion. Kudus is known for its unique cultural heritage. During Ramadan, the town hosts procession called Kirap Dandangan. The procession is characterized by the carrying of the dandangan, a traditional Islamic artifact which is believed to have healing powers. Malamang or cooking lemang, rice cake cooked in bamboo, has been a special tradition for Minangkabau people to welcome the holy month of Ramadan. During Malamang, people will gather in a field to make and roast the lemang together. Megang, and enjoying meat dishes with the whole family to welcome the holy month. The tradition is believed to have developed since the era of Aceh Sultanate under the reign of Sultan Iskandar Muda. With the lovely traditions and festivities in the country throughout the month of giving, it is no wonder people think it's the best time to travel to Indonesia.
Muslim Indonesians take out their best recipes during the holy month of Ramadan, from cold to warm, sweet to savory. Here are the most popular traditional treats eaten to break the fast in Indonesia.
The holy month of Ramadan is a moment welcomed with joy. Besides being able to focus more on worship, one thing that is most awaited this month is hunting for takjils, a term used in Indonesia to refer to a type of snack or light meal consumed during the breaking of the fast. Taken from Okezon, sago pearls porridge is a popular dessert throughout Indonesia, especially during special occasions and celebrations such as Ramadan or weddings. It is often served cold, garnished with coconut flake, and enjoyed as a refreshing and sweet treat. Kanji rumbi is one of the traditional foods from Aceh. It is porridge with tasty and delicious flavors made of basic ingredients of rice, mixed with spices and dried shrimp or chicken to add to the deliciousness of this traditional food. Ketan bintul of Banten is said to have existed since the 16th century and is believed to be favored by the Sultan of Banten. Ketan bintul is always presented when breaking the fast in Serang, Banten. This sticky rice sprinkle with spice-shredded coconut and beef rendang is a must-have iftar menu. Kicak, which comes from Yogyakarta, is popular during Ramadan and is usually sold in Kauman area. Kicak is made from sticky rice then mixed with sugar, grated coconut, coconut milk, pandan leaves, and pieces of jackfruit as a complement. Barongko is a traditional dish from South Sulawesi, specifically from the city of Makassar. It is a steamed cake made from a mixture of rice flour, grated coconut, brown sugar, and various spices such as cinnamon, cardamom, and cloves. There are still many more Indonesian Ramadan dishes that you should try. As you hunt for these dishes, never forget to comply with the cleanliness and health protocols.
Eid al-Fitr is celebrated by Muslims all over the world, and there are many different traditions and customs associated with the holiday. Here are some examples of celebration in different parts of the world.
Cited from Tempo, in Indonesian, Eid al-Fitr is known as Idul Fitri or Lebaran. The celebration is marked by a mass exodus of people from the cities to their hometowns, where they gather with family and friends. Houses and streets are decorated with colorful lights, and traditional foods like ketupat or rice cake wrapped in coconut leaves and opor ayam or chicken in coconut milk are prepared for the festive feast. Hari Raya Idul Fitri, or simply Hari Raya, is a major festival in Malaysia. Malaysians often invite friends and neighbors to their homes to share food and drinks. Traditional Malay dishes like lemang or sticky rice cooked in bamboo and rendang or spicy meat stew are popular during Eid in Malaysia. In Saudi Arabia, the days leading up to the holidays are always hectic, with families rushing to get their best clothes, decorated homes with colorful lanterns, and plates of chocolates, dates, and sweets kept in preparation for guests. It is also customary to go and purchase huge quantities of rice and other kinds of stuff and then anonymously leave them at the gate of the less fortunate. A large 3-day holiday is given to celebrate Eid al-Fitr in Turkey. Throughout the festivities, children's pockets are filled with sweets, baklava, and Turkish delights. A tradition that is respected across Turkey is the honoring of elders. Kissing an elderly family member or friend's right hand and placing it on your forehead while saying greetings is the utmost form of respect. These are just a few examples of how Idul Fitr is celebrated around the world. Despite regional differences, the holiday is a time of joy, gratitude, and celebration for Muslims everywhere.
And that's House News for today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day.